Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joe, and this is another fan art time-lapse video, this time featuring the character Scarecrow. And not Scarecrow from DC Comics, but this is from Battle Brick Road, a creator-owned comic by Eric Weathers that I'm a fan of. It's a spin-off from The Wizard of Oz. And this Scarecrow is way more badass than the Scarecrow that you're probably used to. This guy is like this hooded character with a sniper rifle, and he's just a super cool design. So as I'm doing the art, I want to fulfill a couple of the promises I mentioned in other videos, one being showing the digital work process that I have on screen right now, and also talking about this perspective trick that I've been developing. So before I get into all that though, let me talk about my new cyberpunk racing adventure comic called Star Circuit. It's a creator-owned comic that I've been working on for a long time, and it's in pre-campaign right now on Indiegogo. That means you can go sign up right now for notifications, and you'll actually get some perks by doing it and signing up this early. One being that you'll get a free trading card when you finally back, and two, you get access to secret tiers, which means that you get exclusive deals and rewards when you back. So here on the page you can check out all of the preview on the art and also a teaser trailer, which I'm about to show on the video right now. Please click the link in the description to head to the Indiegogo page and sign up. So let's get back to the artwork. So we're still in the digital stage, which is a great way to block in your character with ease, because all the tools that digital give you with the free transform tool and the undo ability just makes this process so much more streamlined. In this case, it took me quite a bit of time because I'm just trying to get the right feel for this character, and I wanted to do it justice. Now, here I want to talk about this perspective trick, which I like to call finding a vanishing point in a pinch. And you'll see why I call it in a pinch, because it's with a literal pinch of your fingers. So if you have a vanishing point that's off the page, which is probably the majority of your perspective grids that you're going to have for comic books, there's a few ways to do it. You could add a sheet of paper and then kind of use that extra sheet of paper to draw your lines, but that kind of gets clunky. Or you could guess and figure it out that way, but that's not as accurate. Or you could do it this measure way, where you're measuring between two sets of lines and you're finding the midpoint on the left side of the page, and then you're going to go over here on the right side of the page and measure the same lines and find the midpoint on the opposite side of the page. That way, when you draw a line between those marks, you're going to get a simulated perspective line from the vanishing point that you really don't know where it is off the page. Now, that's kind of tedious, and I think my technique is going to be a little less tedious. And so first, you're going to have to draw one line, and you're going to kind of guess where your vanishing point would be. Then you're going to line up your ruler, and you're going to find a mark on the ruler that matches where it meets the end of the page. In this case, it's at the 17th inch on this 18-inch ruler. Now, this technique works best with a super long ruler. So in this case, an 18-inch ruler will work, but even a longer ruler can work as well. So the idea is that you're going to trace this line from the 17-inch mark and find the end of the ruler, and you're going to pinch it. That way you can, when you pinch it, you're trying to hold the ruler in place at the 17-inch mark along the line that you first drew. From here, you're going to be able to swivel the ruler, and it becomes like a compass in math class. And it's an easy way to get a bunch of perspective lines with one measurement. And you mark that, you remember that 17-inch mark in this case, because you're going to be able to find your vanishing point off the page way easier. So here I've done one line, and then I've simulated a bunch of other lines from the same pinch mark, and from there it just becomes a very easy way to set up perspective without all the other clunkiness of measuring or adding a piece of paper. And you literally, like I said, finding a vanishing point in a pinch. So here we go. We're going to get back to the artwork. So here in the traditional stage, this is where usually my videos begin. So this video time lapse is going to be running a little longer than the majority of my videos, but I wanted to fulfill that promise of showing the whole process from start to finish. So here I'm still trying to figure out the body in 3D space. My rough digital sketch is pretty accurate, but not as accurate as I wanted it to be in perspective. Kind of here we're looking down. The vanishing point that I'm drawing from is off the page and way higher than the character. So that means we're looking down upon him. And so I think the leg was not really in perspective because it looked like it was looking at it straight on. And what you really want is the calf would be kind of receding in space as you look down toward the foot. So here I'm putting in a lot of kind of detail and preparation for drawing in the gun, which the gun is kind of like the main feature, kind of almost more than the character, because in my opinion, anything that's real like a gun, or you know, things that you are maybe familiar with or that you've seen, is the groundwork for all the fantastical stuff. Maybe that, you know, this guy is a dude with a walking scarecrow face, you know what I mean? So that fantastical element is kind of grounded again by the believability of how well the gun's drawn, or how well the perspective is, or how well the body is drawn. So here I'm correcting that leg. I'm kind of going back to the old Buscema, you know, how to draw comics the Marvel way gesture, where I'm trying to find that nice recession of the body in this position. So also, as I'm drawing, I'm doing a lot of corn stalks because of it being Scarecrow. In The Wizard of Oz, he was found in a cornfield, and I think it's just natural for me to put him in this environment, even though it's traditionally more appropriate than this new rendition of the character. So I did find actually that drawing corn stalks are just like really relaxing. Something's nice about the leaves and just how everything flows. So it's almost like some sort of meditation in itself, drawing these corn stalks. So here I'm putting in the shadow work and trying to keeping a nice flow and a consistency with where the light source is, which is the top left. And here I'm trying to keep it very dramatic, like always, very hard shadows. And that really gives a nice pop to the character, gives my style of comic art to the page. And here I'm going to probably be using more and more shadow in these foreground corn stalks. That way I kind of vignette or silhouette certain things to frame the character in this environment. I think the best part about this shot is the composition, because the character I think is maybe a little bit more overdone than I'd like it to be. I think my original sketch, not the digital one, but right when I relayed those lines onto traditional, came out maybe a little bit more energetic than my final. But overall, I'm happy with this, mainly because the composition is just so good. I do enjoy the silhouetting, just the feel of where this character is, you really get. And I think you really have a nice feeling just of how he's kind of in the shadows and taking a shot with his sniper rifle. I wanted to have this character in action because in the promo shots for this book, I haven't seen him really doing a lot of action yet. So I was like, oh, let me try my hand at seeing what he maybe would behave like if he had to attack some other character. We're approaching upon the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and you'll see in the end result, I try to keep the lines clean, and I try to give a little bit of rendering. As my style goes, I just give a little bit of the hash marks to kind of show how things are receding and turning in space. And yeah, I think I really enjoy this. I hope this is a great tribute to the character for Eric. And as always, you can purchase this if you'd like to buy it. Just contact me on Twitter. So that's it for the video, guys. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. It really helps fight the YouTube algorithm because it really tries to bury you if you let it. Please go to the Star Circuit pre-campaign page and sign up for the notifications there. Also, go check out Battlebrick Road, and that's the book where Scarecrow has been pulled from. It's Eric Weathers' new book, and it's funding right now, so please hit the link in the description for that. And lastly, I won't be doing a video next week because of the holiday week, but the week after I'll be back to it, doing another fan art time-lapse video for you guys. I'll see you then.